Hi, welcome to Perils of an Independent Author, Segment 4. Today's topic is confidence. Do you have it? And what is it that's stopping you from finishing your project? We all have confidence. What blocks it is the doubtful mind. And that is the challenge that we all face as authors and as people, existence of human flesh and life, is that doubtful mind, no matter whatever it is that we set our goal to accomplish. The doubtful mind is there to prevent it. It's there to stop you from reaching your dreams, stop you from fulfilling your potential in life. Whatever that potential may be, whatever your dreams may be. This just doesn't relate to being an author, it relates to being anything that you have put your heart desire in. So to have the confidence to finish your project. Now, think about that. You started your project, and that started because of confidence, because it's something that you wanted to do, and it's something that you believed you could do. But along the way, you lost that confidence, and you found yourself using excuses for not accomplishing or not finishing your work. It's not always you losing confidence. It's also individuals that you encounter in life. It's that energy of negativity that comes and it contributes and it tries to influence you to lose your confidence. And that's a piece that you have to battle within. It's like it's like when you look at a basketball, last second shot. Whether the guy, whether he makes it or misses it, he had confidence to take it. A lot of players don't have that type of confidence to take the last shot. But you have to have confidence. If you have confidence, then you will succeed because you had confidence whether you make it or you don't. You saw it through and you wasn't afraid. That means you defeated the doubtful mind. And when you defeat that doubtful mind, then you have prevented it from controlling your life and controlling your decisions as you move forward, whatever they may be. So let's get back to being an author and the doubtful mind that we face and that we encounter every day. The doubtful mind puts writer's block. And when we have writer's block, we face a lot of different challenges as to how we deal with it. Writer's block, some will just give up writing because of writer's block. Some will try to force their way through writer's block and write and just continue writing, just fight it and so on. There's a lot of different ways that they go through that. Now, everybody's an individual. Everybody have different approaches. So I can't say that their approach is wrong or right. It's what they're doing. But if it makes them succeed, then they've done the right thing. For me, writer's block, I simply just do not write. I put my mind elsewhere. I do other things. I read, I watch television, I do other social activities. I just do other things. I don't think about it. But as I go through the process of the day, there's thoughts that come to my mind, things that I might see, and I simply just write it down on a piece of paper for later. But I don't force the issue when I have writer's block because I know that it will go away And when it does, I will be back to normal and writing at will. And I have compiled a lot of thoughts and issues and things that I can use as I go forward. And that's confidence. You know, confidence is patience. And as you aspire to be an author, you have to have patience. You have to have patience to fulfill any dream. You have to have patience and you have to have persistence. You have to continue. You know, and that's dreams. And you accomplish these dreams with confidence. You have to have confidence. Confidence is something that's inside of you, is a part of your DNA, it's a part of your nature, but you have to manifest it. You have to bring it forward into existence consistently. And that's the challenge. Because in this world, there's that energy, there's that negative force. You can call it the devil, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's a negative force, it's a negative energy. And it's within you, that negative energy. And that's the energy that makes you feel lazy. And you start writing your project and then you stop. You know, it's negative thoughts. You see, we don't have any control of what pops into our mind. We have no control. We only can control the things we do. We are in full control of the things we do. And that's where you have to have control. And you got to have confidence. And confidence will lead you to overcome all of the obstacles that you face in believing in what you're doing, being sure that you are doing the right thing, having confidence in yourself. I mean, do you really believe that you're doing the right thing? I mean, some people write out of hobby. Some people write just for the fun of it. Some people are very content being authors, you know, kings and queens in writing communities. They're comfortable with just putting stories together, not interested in trying to become published. That's not their goal. That's not something that they really want to do. Maybe they tried to do it in the past and failed. Maybe they felt like it just wasn't worth it. Maybe not. I don't know. There's different things. But for them, they have accomplished. They have confidence because they have completed their work. And they have submitted their work for people to see. And their decision to do what how they want to do with their work is their decision, because it may not be their aspiration. For me, my aspiration is writing, and it is to publish it, and it's to become available for the world. Yes, it is to be acknowledged. I'm ambitious. I want to be known. I want to earn money. I want to sell books. I want to do all those type of things. And you have to have confidence to accomplish these things. You have to believe in yourself. You have to want it. And you have to go through the trials and tribulations. That exists in anything and everything we try to do. Whatever it may be, there's going to be trials and tribulations. And you have to fight through them to overcome them. And that's what you have to, and that's one of the big perils of an independent author, because the trials and tribulations are so much harder. They are so much harder because we are fighting without that main support. We don't have that major platform. We don't have that friend who is connected with someone at the New York Times. We don't have that friend who's connected with someone on media outlet who can get our book out there. We don't have that celebrity friend who can post themselves reading our book on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook. We don't have that. So we're in those, we got to deal with the perils of not having that. And how do we overcome these challenges so that we can endure until our time comes, and the time will come when the door will open and that platform will become available. There are a lot of successful authors out there who are independent authors who have worked very hard and they have found success in sales and they have a following and they have built themselves an email list and they have built themselves a platform so they're known and they have accomplished it. But we're talking about the new writers because they need the confidence. The new writers, the ones who are aspiring to become authors, they need the confidence that they can become the author that they want, that they can actually finish that work. You know, a lot of people start, a lot of people talk about doing it, but then they don't. I wrote my first story in the 5th grade, but I didn't consider writing a profession when I pondered my career choices. You know, it was nothing I even considered. But after years, and let's say in 1979, I started writing spiritually, and I wrote spiritually. I studied the Bible, did a lot of spiritual writing. I had a goal, and God had given me a drive to do, and it was like a goal. And I studied the Bible, and I wrote, and I completed a book. I completed a book called The Lamb's Book of Life, and I held that book, and I didn't really know what to do with it when I did it, but it was comprised of spiritual and my own ideas. So it wasn't all of God. It wasn't a prophecy of God. It was a combination of the spirit and the flesh. And I put it together for a reason, and it really didn't understand what the reason was until later. I discovered that it was for me to show my faith and my trust and to maintain my confidence. And I finished that book. It was only 75 pages. And it took me 11 years to finish it. But I stayed with the faith and confidence through those years. I didn't stop. I didn't take time off. I did it. And when I had breaks in between, I wrote short stories. But I still didn't see writing as my profession. I didn't know really what it was. I thought maybe this was important for me to do, to finish the book, and to it was a spiritual calling. And where would I go from there? I didn't know. But I ended up going and spending many years working with youth. And then I became, and that's when I decided I'm going back to my childhood passion, you know, and I had confidence that I could do it. I had confidence that I would survive and that I could do it. And so I went forward. You know, I took that shot. It's like a leap of faith. That's confidence. You know, you start something and you see it through to the end. And along the way, you listen, you learn, but you make the decision because it's your project. And you take it where you want it to go. But you got to believe in yourself. Because if you don't, you're not going to finish that project because you're going to lose confidence. The confidence will drop. And after time passed, you think, oh, and you just put it to the side. Don't do that. And there's so many of us who are out there who have some strong work that books, and they need to be told, they need to be shared with people. And that negative force, that doubtful mind, is trying to prevent you from bringing it forward. Don't let that happen. Believe in yourself. Be confident. Confidence is critical for everyone's success, and no matter what their profession is. You have to be confident. When you go to a job interview, you're not going to get that job if you're not confident. You have to show confidence. Apply that to everything you do, confidence. And as an author, an aspiring author, or an established author, you have to maintain confidence. You have to believe. You know, dreams come true, but you have to work hard at it. And you have to have confidence. And, you know, and the question becomes, well, what is more important? Talent? Is talent more important than confidence? No. Confidence is more important than talent. There are many talented writers who don't have confidence, and their books are not finished because they lacked confidence. You know, and that doubtful mind led them astray. That doubtful mind put that feeling of laziness inside them. You see, and every thought brings a feeling, and every feeling brings a thought. So if I have the thought of being lazy, I'm going to get that feeling of being lazy. And if I apply that feeling, then I'm going to be lazy. And see, that's what we have to overcome. The doubtful mind, the negative force and negative energy that is in us and that is also in other people who will spread that negative energy and negative force to others, that they may cause them, wittingly and unwittingly, to give up on their goals, to lose their confidence. Can never do that. You know, I learned a lesson as a young man. A young kid taught me a lesson. Actually, he was, never forget his name, Anton. He was 14 years old at the time. And I was in a car with a girlfriend of mine, and I went into the store. The store was called Midnight, so those people who know me back in the day on Delafield Place, they know what I'm talking about. And so I went into Midnight. When I came out, he was at the at the passenger window, hollering at my girl. And I said, "What you doing, man?" And he said, "You know, all you can do is say no." And I looked at him, I said, "Wow," and I smiled because I was like, "Wow, that's right, man." I'm saying to myself, that's right. So all you can do is say no. That's confidence. You know, I smiled myself and I said, "All right, bro." I mean, that's confidence. So, you know, that's what you have to have. You have to have that. And it's good that he had that at a young age. And you carry that. A lot of us have it at a young age, but then we end up losing it because we may have confidence, but then We take on a project that's something different and something new, and then we just lose our confidence because that doubtful mind creeps in. You can't allow that to happen. Use your confidence in everything you do. Use your confidence in everything that fits and applies to life. Use your confidence. Be confident. And fight for your dream, because that's what we are here for as human beings, to fulfill our dreams. Knowing so you have to really sit back and you say, well, who am I? Learn yourself. That's where you start in life. Learning yourself. Learn you. What is it about you? What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that you want to do? Look for that. And discover that. Examine yourself. And when you discover and realize who you are, and you learn yourself, you learn who you are as an existence of human flesh and as a spiritual being, because you have to understand that you are too. You are an existence of human flesh, and you are a spiritual being. Your flesh has a mind of its own. Your spirit has a mind of its own. That's why Jesus said, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. You have to understand that there are two of you. And out of those two, you have to bring them under one umbrella, which is the Spirit. And the Spirit is confidence. The Spirit is love. The Spirit is wisdom. And when you build up that nature in you, you carry it throughout life. And you find yourself being supportive of others as well as yourself. And that's confidence. And that's what helps you to finish that book that you started writing, or whatever that story is that you're putting together, or whatever it is that you have set out to do to make sure that you finish it. Confidence. So I leave you all today with that. Be confident. Believe in yourself. Fight against the doubtful mind. Stay focused. Continue to trust. Continue to believe. And continue to keep the faith. Because faith will overcome a multitude of problems. It will shut yourself through all of the trials and tribulations that you face. Keep the faith, believe, trust, and accomplish your dreams. Until next time, this is Neil Owens. Perils. Perils of an independent author. And many of you know what I mean by that. Goodbye.